read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it.
It's a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Shy of there at the 24.
Come on. Hey.
They start the drive with Cook. They find some open field, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On third down, Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Go, Reed, go! 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats! 3.
Second down throw coming by Willis. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Vikings had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Nwangu. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play fake. Here's Willis. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Let's go now.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action with Willis. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Willis. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Well, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. Well, thank you, Dr. Davis. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st down, Willis. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone.
Nuwanger on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Willis with a quick throw out wide.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Something we're seeing more of with a rise in the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
They go play action with Willis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
85 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
On 1st down, Willis.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for their offense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
112 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Again, Willis to throw.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Now Willis on 3rd down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium feels they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15.
Back to throw. Fields. Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Willis.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Complete to K.J. Osborne. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bears' 11-yard line.
2nd down at 5.
60
Willis to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this pass out past the 25. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's never contested. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend.